So Ruel Bobet was part of the 2012 team, and he got into the team when we applied in the fall of 2010. And many of us met him at the interview, and he was like, "So are you in?" Because I am. Right after the interview, so he was very enthusiastic, and he basically embodied Texas 4000. He was very outgoing and wanted to spread the mission to everyone he met.
Right away, Ruel made an impression on everyone. He was a lot of people's first friend in the organization.
It was already evident to me that Ruel was an awesome individual, just an amazing person. He loved people, he loved life, and he loved Texas 4000.
He was just like the most passionate person. Like, he knew right away like what committee he wanted to be on and what route he wanted to be and what he wanted to do with his entire life.
Then in April of 2011, he unfortunately got diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer. We all kept in touch with him, and he moved to Houston, and he got treatment at MD Anderson, who is one of the people we donate to. In February of 2012, he passed away a few months before we left on the ride. And so that took a big toll on the team and brought us together as one team to kind of cope together with his death.
There's definitely not a day that went by where we didn't think or vocalize that Ruel should be here on the ride with us. But it was also in the little things. Some people saw him through butterflies. I know I did. It'd be a hard ride, and you'd look up and you would see this butterfly flying next to you, and you would just all of a sudden feel at peace because you knew he was watching you.
Whether it was just the idea of Ruel, words from Ruel, memories that teammates shared, he became such an integral part of the ride, and he always will be. When we think back, we'll never think about Texas 4000 2012 without thinking about Ruel. We'll never look at a jersey and not think about Ruel. We'll never ride a bike and not think about Ruel.
Our jersey is the first jersey to have his name on it, and so we carry him on our sleeve.
Each route had a necklace that carried like a little container with his ashes, and we took turns carrying him. And a lot of the time it was like you knew you were gonna have a rough day, so you requested to hold them because you knew as long as he was around your neck, like, you weren't gonna give up.
I know others have mentioned that they saw him through the mountains, and I think that showed on the day when we got into Anchorage and we all circled around the street to spread his ashes, and then we looked up and you could see Mount Denali, which locals have said out of the past 10 years they've only seen it 7 times. And I think that speaks for words as well, that he watched over us.
And when we got to Anchorage, after carrying him all summer, we did a similar Ruel haka. We went around and said what really got us through the ride, what reminded us of him, and we put his ashes at the base of the tree so that he could be there when all the next teams finish.
Ruel will always be part of Texas 4000 for everyone coming on. His energetic persona and who he was will always be carried with every team in the future, because we want to definitely remember him and honor him in our rides. And so I think Ruel will have a big impact.
He was just so alive, and even in his death, he's still very much alive.